Well, I am in the midst of a large crowd. Some 30 or so white-helmeted bailiffs have made very quick work of this first barricade. It's pretty much been taken down, dragged away piece by piece, and the only obstruction they've faced has been not from the protesters, but has been from the ranks of the media here. Hundreds of photographers and TV cameras here for what is probably one of the most photographed evictions in global history.
And again, in case people have just joined us or need to be brought up to speed on all this, John, this is about people trying to get some say in the 2017 elections for Hong Kong's leadership. The authorities in Beijing insisting that the only candidate should be chosen by a loyalist committee, which, as far as many protesters are concerned, many other people in Hong Kong, means they will get a pro-Beijing stooge, as they put it.
This all began at the end of September, Mike, after Beijing published the rules for Hong Kong's new election in 2017, which is meant to be the first fully democratic election. That's what China promised when it took over the running of Hong Kong. But what those rules mean is that China will retain the right that it already has, many people say, to influence which candidates can stand. Not the vote itself. The 2017 vote will be by genuine and universal suffrage, but through a system of nominating committees and various constituencies. The ruling Communist Party will be able to heavily influence which candidates can and which candidates cannot stand in those elections. That is what this has all been about. The protesters took to the streets at the end of September, and this site that we are beginning to see cleared now has been the main protest site, blocking this large stretch of dual carriageway through the centre of the business district. But in the face of Beijing's refusal to submit to any of those demands, to offer any concessions at all, faced with its own futility, this is a protest movement that has simply run out of steam. Numbers have dwindled down now to just a few hundred. Those pictures you see of the campsite there, way down in terms of numbers of people out on the streets compared to when this began. And the authorities have obviously calculated that this is their moment to push on through. And what I think we're seeing is what we expected. Very, very little resistance, if any at all. And they expect to have this road back by midnight tonight.